beautiful people of the world, thank you so much for joining me today here on Lumiere. My name is Claire Summer and I am going to be doing a pick a card reading for you. Just want to shout out to my Lumies, my amazing subscribers all over the world. I appreciate each and every one of you, so thank you so much for supporting this channel and for your likes and shares and comments. I appreciate you more than you could ever know. I've met so many cool people as a result of starting this channel, so many like-minded people as well, people who I really resonate with. So yeah, it's a beautiful community of like-minded people, so thank you so much. Right, today's pick a card reading is how did they feel the last time they saw you? I will put out a trigger warning for this reading just in case emotions are running high. If you haven't been to the channel before, I don't sugarcoat my readings. It's not my intention to be harsh in any way. I just literally say what I see in the cards. So that's how we do things here over on Lumiere. I will insert an overhead picture of the three groups for you so that you can make your selection. I ask that you choose from your intuition. I'll put a picture with crystals and without crystals so that you can choose in the way that suits you best. The first group is the raw aquamarine, group 2 is the turquoise crystal, and group 3 is the smooth jade palm stone. All right, so make your selection from your intuition. While you do that, I will just let you know that I've got two beautiful books available that I've written: From the Heart, Attract Soulmate Love, and Feminine Frequency. Both of these books are for the feminine energy partner, the partner who likes to be pursued, not the pursuer, and they're all about calling that special person into your life using feminine energy. And feminine frequency is the follow-up, and that is all about feminine energy communication. So communicating from your beautiful feminine energy, because every relationship, regardless of gender, has a masculine energy and a feminine energy, and those two things are what create attraction, the magnetic pull of attraction. So you need those two things in balance in order to kind of be attracted to one another and create that spark to build a relationship, rather than just kind of getting pushed off into the friend zone. So create magnetic attraction with feminine energy. Check those out only if it resonates with you, of course, but make your selection. Timestamps are in the description box as always below this video, and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 1, this is for everyone who picked the beautiful aquamarine raw crystal. This crystal is super magical. It's got lovely energy about it. So yeah, it feels kind of powerful actually, this one. This one's super magical. So let's take a look at your cards, see how your person felt the last time they saw you or you saw each other, all right? So I'm going to take a look at your tarot cards to begin with, and then I will clarify with your oracle cards a little bit later on, as always. So opening your reading with the powerful Queen of Swords, the Star, Four of Wands, Magician, Hierophant, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the Sun, Hanged Man, and the Ten of Cups. Wow, this is an interesting reading, definitely. I see Virgo's energy here, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. So Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, that may resonate with you. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. What's going on here? So the last time that they saw you, there's this Queen of Swords opening your reading. This is a powerful opening here. So it could be the case that the last time you saw each other, you decided to end your connection, to end the relationship. One or both of you decided to do this, or that maybe you just decided to take a break or to take a step back from things. So maybe the last time you saw your person, they wanted to, have some space or to take a step back from this. This is an energy of detachment that I'm seeing here. So maybe they've decided, and that's kind of what was going through their mind, that they needed to detach from this connection or this situation for whatever reason. Perhaps it was needed in your case. Maybe their life is going in one direction and your life is going in another direction, or maybe they've got their stuff going on and you've got your stuff going on, and they don't have kind of room for this connection in their life. That can be for some of them. So it could be the case that you were playing it cool the last time you saw them. So maybe they were thinking, that you were the detached one, or you were playing it cool, and they're just like, I just want to be friends, or I want to take a break from this, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm cool with this. You know, maybe you didn't let them in on the truth of your feelings. You were a little bit detached, you know, and didn't want to look too vulnerable or let on. Okay, this can go vice versa about what's going on with things. So, or like with, you know, the truth of your own heart. Maybe it could be the case that there were, you know, there was a boundary set as well. So maybe the last time you saw each other, if you were talking to one another, there was some sort of boundary that was expressed between one another. You know, maybe it was just like, you know, this is what I need in order to feel safe and happy, or this is kind of how, you know, what I'm looking for the future. You know, are you looking for the same thing? That is indicated here as well. So it could also be like a distance. You know, perhaps the last time they saw you, you didn't actually speak to one another, or it was quite brief when you saw one another or spoke to one another. So that is indicated here as well. So, so they were a little bit detached. Maybe there were other people around which stopped you from kind of connecting properly or saying what it is that you wanted to say. So that is indicated here as well. So, but we've got the Star card. I love to see the Star in a reading. It's such beautiful energy. So here we go. There's just like a lot of hope here with this Star energy. There is, this represents like their feelings for you. This is like genuine love, right? This is genuine feeling. I feel like you're very, what I'm hearing is that you're very special to them, and they really connected to that the last time that they saw you. I feel like you have a special friendship as well, like you really resonate with one another, and that they treasure that is what I'm hearing. So there is that. There's this kind of wish that they could get closer to you, because this Four of Wands is the 1111 card, and I always see it as like a kind of gateway to the inner sanctuary of the heart, of the soul. So there could have been this desire that they wanted to be closer to you last time. So, you know, maybe if you were a little bit detached or you were playing it cool, maybe they knew that that's what you were doing, and they wanted to connect with you and get closer, and maybe to protect yourself you wouldn't allow that. Okay, or maybe they want to be able to connect in that way and they didn't know how to, or maybe the time wasn't right, you know, because it was rushed or there were other people around. So there's this energy of them wishing that they could have connected with you at a deeper level, could have connected to you in a more significant way, right? And maybe there wasn't the opportunity to do that because maybe you were just passing by one another, or you know, it wasn't the time because there were other people around to really kind of talk about real things. But in their heart of hearts, this is what they wanted, you know, to get to your inner sanctuary and just to find out what was going on with you and how you were feeling the last time that they saw you, right? And just like there's this, what I'm hearing from Spirit is goodwill. So they have this like beautiful goodwill towards you, of kind of wanting you to be blessed, of wanting you to be happy and safe and, you know, just okay in life. They want the best for you is what I'm hearing. So the last time they saw you, they really, really wanted the best for you. You know, whatever happens and whatever happens in the future, your person wants the best for you. There's also this energy of just like them hoping that you would go home with them, or maybe like that you would go home with them, or that they could come home with you. There's this sort of wish here that is indicated as well. So looking at their blocks and fears and challenges is pretty, it's a pretty direct message. We've got the Magician and the Hierophant and this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So I'm just sensing that your person has a bit of a fear of commitment, you know, because this Hierophant is all about commitment, taking things to the next level, and this is something that they're not willing to offer, that they can't connect to with this Ace of Pentacles. This could be because they were hurt in the past. There's lots of reasons for this. So if you're just like, you know, why didn't this, there was a lot of potential here, you know, why didn't we really connect to that potential? Why didn't it turn out? I feel like, sorry, I'm getting a bunch of messages at the same time, but I feel like for some of you, you felt like there was a lot of potential and you felt like there was a promise of a committed relationship which didn't transpire, right? Or, you know, that there was a lot of hope for this or a lot of potential for this, and or even a promise of just like, this is going in this direction, right? We're moving forward with this, and then kind of it broke down or it fell apart. But so their fear is really kind of connecting to their power. So this is how your person was feeling the last time they saw you. They have this block to connecting to their own power with the Magician to kind of overcome their fear of commitment, okay, and be able to kind of make an offer of a real long-term relationship. So this is here. This could also indicate like an issue to do with religion or religious beliefs, or kind of spirituality in some way. Maybe you're from different religious backgrounds and that's like causing some friction. This is something that's kind of weighing on their heart, weighing on their mind as well. For some of you, remember, this is just a general reading. Could be like a difference of like a, you know, like the way that you see the world. Like the way that they see the world and the way that you see the world, you know, you could have kind of a differing lens through which you see life, which has created like a slight incompatibility that's made things kind of difficult, even though there's attraction, even though there's love and caring. Sometimes we need to kind of think about things in the same way. We need to have complementary lifestyles or, you know, approaches to life. So I see that here. This is their really big fear of kind of stepping into their own power and committing to somebody. So there is a fear of commitment there. Could have come from childhood, could come from having their heart broken in the past, lots of different reasons. Their current feelings, the way that they feel about you now, you know, since this last time that they saw you, we've got the Sun, the Hanged Man, and the Ten of Cups. They still have so much emotion for you. There is so much invested in this still. There's like this fondness there. Again, I'm getting this energy of kind of friendship, of you being this really special person to them. I feel like you changed their life in some way. You know, maybe you help them to see things differently. Maybe you help them to see their own potential. Maybe you help them to see the world differently. Maybe you introduce them to kind of, you know, a new way of being, of spirituality, of positive thinking, of manifestation, loads of different things, or maybe just music and culture and things like this. You introduce them to something, or just, you know, even just your energy, something about your energy connecting with their energy, right? Just, you know, those two things created a sort of recipe for change is what I'm hearing. So they're still very much bound up to this, even though maybe there's distance, maybe you don't talk to each other, maybe you don't see each other, okay? Whatever it is that's going on, they're still bound into this, okay? They still have these very, very strong feelings for you. You know, we've got this Ten of Cups, which is like the ultimate emotional fulfillment here, and you know, the Sun is really something that amplifies those feelings. I feel like they've come to some conclusions since the last time that they saw you as well. Like they understand things better, maybe they understand themselves better, or they're going through this process, or they've had time to reflect on this. I feel like whatever has happened, if there's been space between you both, has been a really, really good thing. It's been very illuminating for them. They've understood themselves better. They've understood you better. It's a beautiful thing. Right, let's take a look at your oracle cards. Hey, I just had to change my battery pack really quickly. I was running out of juice in my camera, but let's take a look at your oracle cards. Okay, this is super interesting. So we have the card Codependency. This is interesting coming up from the Romance Angels deck. So it could be the case that your person needs outside validation. They need kind of bolstering up a little bit like this. It says addictions are affecting your romantic life. So it could be the case that your person is suffering with some sort of addiction. Maybe you don't know about it. Maybe it's to painkillers or online shopping or gaming or something like this, but it's kind of undermining their life in some way. Or, you know, this energy of codependency, you know, they could be looking for somebody to rescue them in some way, or to rescue them from their more negative feelings or those sort of struggles. Somebody in this connection could be codependent, dealing with codependency or healing from it. So, or it could just be that energy of that. So that's represented here. We have the beautiful card Heart Song. This is about inner knowing. and telepathy and intuition. So, you know, you're still connected, like spiritually, like even if you don't see this person anymore, or they're not in your life at the moment, they're still very much in your energy, which I think is why you're thinking about them. You know, if you're thinking about them, then I feel like they are thinking about you. I feel that you're able to exchange, you know, messages and information between one another, telepathically, you know, or intuitively, just like, I just feel like if there was something wrong, they'd just know. So I see that here we have shallow. This is interesting. Superficiality, boredom and blankness. So it could be the case that your person maybe sometimes experiences depression, and this may be affecting this connection. That is indicated here. It may be that they don't always show all their emotions, or the last time they saw you, they kept it quite surface level. That could be represented here by the Queen of Swords as well. So, you know, they didn't give away much, or they didn't give away sort of how they were really feeling about things. It may be that your person isn't used to really connecting to those deeper feelings, or it may be the case that they don't feel safe to express those deeper feelings. So, you know, maybe in their family when they grew up, it wasn't acceptable for them to really kind of express how they felt, and they had to kind of put on a brave face, right? So I see that here with that card, and we have the card separation as well. So this does indicate that maybe you are separated from one another, you know, through whatever, due to circumstances and distance, or maybe because you decided you know, to take a break from this or whatever. But whatever it is, you know, we've got this broken heart here. So I'm hearing from Spirit that there is regret, especially now, right? I just feel like at the time they just thought, yeah, this is for the best, or, you know, we should just be friends. Or you bring them like so much joy and illumination, and so, you know, for the closing of your reading, the 10 of Cups, this is how they feel about you now. There's complete emotional fulfillment, but you know, with this card of separation, they do feel the pain if you're not communicating with each other, if you're not connecting to each other, if you're not in contact, or if you just can't see each other due to circumstances. They do feel the pain of that with this broken heart and this separation. You know, there could be some regret here of thinking, well, you know, that they've lost out on. I feel like you are still like the best thing that ever happened to them, right? That you're still, you know, you connected them to feelings that they haven't felt before, and, you know, you brought them so much happiness and, you know, a lot of laughter. Maybe you've got like a shared sense of humor or something like this, and you are the one who they resonate with the most. There isn't, regardless of what's happened, or, you know, how they felt the last time they saw you in their life, they haven't met anybody like you. They haven't met anyone that they resonate with as deeply as you. You know, maybe they thought that this kind of connection was 10 a penny. Maybe they thought they could just go off and meet somebody else and it would be the same. And what they're finding is that it isn't, right? So, and, you know, they're having that realization now with this Hanged Man in the reverse, but they're still very, very caught up in this emotionally. So, you know, if you can't let this person go, if that's your situation, then this is why they're still very much involved in this emotionally. So I see it all, you know, all your energies are just kind of tangled up with one another. So yeah, it's really interesting. That's everything that I have for you in this reading today. I hope you found it beneficial in some way. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. It's a lovely way of supporting free tarot here on YouTube. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations. I've got a few linked in the description box, and then there's also a link that takes you to the full collection over on my website, and you can find out loads more about me and what I have to offer over on my website, which is lumieretarot.com. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. To everyone who picked group number 2, this is for everyone who picked the beautiful turquoise crystal with this absolutely stunning and amazing patination on it. It is such a magical piece in my collection. I love it so much. I feel really blessed to be able to work with these crystals every day. Right, let's take a look at your cards. I'll begin with your tarot as always, and I will clarify with your oracle cards. a little bit later on in the reading. Wow, this is amazing. Opening your reading with Queen of Swords. I've got to say, group number 1 also opened with Queen of Swords, so the same card in the same position in the reading. So some themes coming through here. Knight of Cups, 2 of Cups, the Sun, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune to close your reading. Okay, this is powerful. So I see Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo and Gemini's energy represented in this reading. That may resonate with you. Remember, if it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. It's just a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest, all right? So opening your reading, the last time that they saw you, I just feel like with this Queen of Swords, I don't know, there's this energy of holding back a little bit. I feel like there's an energy of kind of drawing a line in the sand, maybe. Maybe the last time you saw them, you had a discussion with them, or some sort of line was drawn in the sand. Maybe a decision was made about the future. Maybe they made themselves clear about how they felt, or you made yourself clear about how you felt, or what you wanted, or what they wanted. Some sort of expression in that way of that changed things, is what I'm hearing. Maybe it changed things for you. So I see that here. There's this energy, like the Queen of Swords next to the Knight of Cups like this. This is a classic sort of head and heart energy, right? Of just kind of, you know, being pulled between those two things. Of kind of the logical mind saying one thing and the heart saying something else. And kind of being pulled in those two different directions energetically. So I felt like... I feel like the last time your person saw you or you saw them, it's just like there was this, I don't want to call it inner turmoil, but maybe like an inner friction between these two factors, right, going on, kind of what's going on in their mind and the truth of what's going on in their higher self and what's going on in their heart. But what I'm sensing from this Queen of Swords is that there was I'm hearing the word reluctance, right, to make an offer, you know, with this Knight of Cups. So maybe there was a reluctance or just this kind of holding back energy. So like a reluctance or a holding back is what I'm getting of sort of expressing how they feel maybe, or making an offer to you. Definitely with this Knight of Cups, they have romantic feelings towards you. The last time they saw you, you know, they were really connected to their heart space. They were connected to the emotions that they have to you. I feel like they want to make you an offer of a relationship or of a friendship or of a connection. And I don't know, they held back. I just like with this Queen of Swords, I'm just getting this energy of kind of just holding back their feelings. Maybe they thought it was for the best. Maybe they like were too shy to tell you how they really felt or to really express that, or they just like felt like it wasn't the right time or something like this. I feel like the last time they saw you, it didn't kind of go how they wanted it to. Maybe there was a missed opportunity here. Maybe you were a little bit cold towards them, or they felt like there was kind of some sort of barrier and they couldn't express what it is that they wanted to. The last time they saw you, but they really felt, look at this Knight of Cups to the Two of Cups, they felt this loving energy towards you. What I'm hearing from Spirit is they saw a lot of themselves in you, right? Maybe they looked into your eyes and they saw themselves in you. So, because with this Two of Cups, there is this mirroring energy always with this. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it's to do with your characteristics or your personality or the way that you deal with conflict or something. You were just able to, or maybe you kind of mirrored back to them some of their own BS, right? Just by being yourself, or you mirrored back to them kind of an unhealthy pattern, or you just mirrored back to them their own something in themselves that they hadn't seen before, you know, that they didn't understand about themselves. That could be through your conversation, or it could just be, you know, through your energy of kind of being in a particular person's energy. We sometimes get a deeper insight into themselves. So I feel like the last time your person saw you, they got this deeper insight into themselves. I feel like they really did want to offer you love or union or something. I don't know what's going on with this, but you know, maybe they did, maybe they didn't, or maybe they held back from that. Maybe they couldn't connect to their higher self or their true feelings, or like it isn't appropriate, or they thought it was too late, or that they'd be rejected. I've got this fear of rejection energy as well with this Queen of Swords coming up in the first placement like this. I just want to get comfy. I'm gonna cross my legs. It feels nicer. Right, their fears and blocks and challenges. This is what we've got. So we've got the Sun, the Five of Swords, and the Six of Wands, right? I feel like your person, their fears, last time they saw you, is that they wouldn't be able to make you happy. Like they didn't know, not because you're like super high maintenance or anything like that, you know, maybe they just like can't figure you out. I've definitely got this energy here. What I'm picking up on is this energy of someone who isn't very sure of themselves in romantic situations, or maybe they are sure of themselves in all other romantic situations, but like not with you for some reason. And what I'm hearing from Spirit is they're like second guessing what it is that you're feeling, or what it is that you're doing, or how it is that you're behaving, or they're second guessing themselves all the time. It's like a mess of confusion. But we've got the Sun. I just feel like there's this energy that they wouldn't be able to make you happy for some reason. Maybe they think, you know, you should have the whole world, or that you deserve the very best, and that they're not that person for you, or that they wouldn't be able to do that, or that you would, there's this energy of like that you would resent them. I feel like they feel like if you really knew them, right, you wouldn't like it. So there's this fear of intimacy, maybe there's this fear of you getting really, really close to them, of kind of you, they want this, and they're capable of doing this, right? Of connecting to somebody, of letting somebody in, right, to connect with them. But they're just afraid of just like, if you really got to know them on the day-to-day, that you would think that they were boring, or that they were smelly, or that they just wouldn't be enough for you in some way. I feel like your person is pretty rigid, right, in how it is that they are coming across as well. With this Six of Wands, they're just like, they're confident in their opinion. It's like it's a belief that they're holding, right? This is what I'm picking up on. It's a belief that they're holding. It isn't necessarily true, but they're holding it pretty close to their heart. They believe that it's true, right? They believe that this is the truth when it just isn't. It's a misconception. I feel like also your person, because they're second guessing themselves all the time, they're looking for information, and it may be the case that they're looking in the wrong place. You know, maybe they're looking for, instead of asking you directly, they're looking for kind of stuff on the internet to, you know, find out, I don't know, just, or they're listening to their friends, right? Or they're picking up stuff from podcasts that they're listening to, or, you know, what their family has to say, and they're not kind of listening to their own higher self or their own inner truth, and they're looking outside themselves for solutions, and they're looking outside themselves instead of listening to their own heart. This is what I'm picking up on as their kind of block to this connection, or to creating a successful connection at this time. All right, how they feel about you right now, this is super interesting. We've got the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, right? There is a resistance here to offering the love that they feel for you, but there's still love here because we've got this Ace of Cups. And I feel like they want to come back for a second chance, or maybe to express themselves if they never expressed themselves in the beginning, right? To say, look, I've got these feelings for you, but there is this wariness of doing this. They're holding themselves back from doing this. Maybe they just think there's never the right time, there isn't an opportunity. I'm just getting this energy of just like, they wouldn't be able to take it if you know, you rejected them. I think they don't know how you feel, maybe. They don't know how you feel. I feel like there's too much unknown for them with this Wheel of Fortune. They're just like, I don't know how they're going to react. I don't know if it's too late. I don't know if we should go round on and do this cycle again. You know, maybe things are better off the way that they are. Maybe we're better off as friends or better off separated or whatever it is. There's this energy of that coming up for you. It's still a lot of love in their heart for you. But I am getting an energy of wanting a second chance as well. I feel like they're kind of leaving it up to fate though, with this Wheel of Fortune as the outcome. They're just like, I don't know. They're just like, maybe they're a little bit fatalistic. Maybe they're just like, oh, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And if it's meant to be, we'll bump into each other. Or if it's meant to be, it'll work out. Or it could be that they're kind of abdicating responsibility and they want you to sort it out so that they don't have to take any responsibility for it, right? You know, you make the first move. You're the one that comes to them, right? Just because they want that doesn't mean that you should do it. And it could be fear that's making them do that, fear that's sort of holding them back. You know, the fear of rejection or how they will be accepted, or just like the fear of history repeating itself, right? Either, you know, your history with this person or history that they've had with somebody else that has, you know, maybe imprinted them with ideas about relationships and love. But there's this energy of just kind of like, oh, I don't know, just kind of leaving it to fate. It's just like they haven't really, they're not willing to take ownership of this, take self-responsibility, take control of it. They're just kind of letting things see how they pan out and how the land lies at the moment. Let's take a look and see if we can clarify with your oracle cards. All right, this is super interesting. We've got the card Heart Fog. I'm going to come into focus. It says mixed signals, blocked emotions. So yeah, I'm definitely picking up on that. You know, that they may be blocking how they truly feel. You know, maybe they've been giving you mixed messages, and this is kind of because their own fears are getting in the way a little bit. Their fears are kind of you know, making somebody else happy, of letting somebody close to them to really get to know the real them, the authentic version of themselves, right, rather than some sort of veneer of that. So I see that here, and that sort of heart fog that we're looking at, that kind of cloud around the heart, maybe why they're kind of just like, I'm just going to leave this and see what happens and see if it sorts itself out, rather than taking responsibility for it, which I'm sure must be very frustrating, right? We have the card Receptive. Right, oh, this is so interesting that we've been looking at this. Is that going to come into focus? I'm not sure. But it says open heart, softness, vulnerability. This is what's needed when we were looking at their fears. You know, and we've got this Nine of Wands of just like, you know, I'm afraid to open my heart. This is what this is saying. It's just like, I'm afraid to be vulnerable. I'm afraid to open my heart. I'm afraid, this is the theme of the reading, to be my real self with you. So this is a process, you know, receptive. This is a feminine energy. This is about kind of receiving that. So I think they're kind of getting this message. They're learning that if they want to connect with somebody, right, and they definitely want another go at this, whatever it is, or a chance. Yeah, what I'm seeing here is that they want another chance. Or another opportunity, right, to connect with you. They are coming into this knowing, this awareness, right, that they're going to have to be vulnerable in order to make that work. We have the card Received and Very Soon. So two cards about kind of receiving feminine energy, of kind of letting things flow, and very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I feel like they're coming to conclusions since they last saw you. You know, maybe they've had time to recalibrate, to assimilate some information, you know, which is why we've got this card Received. The message is received loud and clear, right? They're kind of getting into that power. So I feel like it may also be the case that you receive a message from them very soon. With this Received to the Very Soon card, okay? I feel like, you know, some sort of, they might reach out to you, some sort of communication, but whatever it is, you know, if you've been waiting for that, it's going to come to you, sooner rather than later. Maybe I'm hearing over the next 2 weeks. I nearly said fortnight. No one is going to know what that means in America. But yeah, over the next 2 weeks, maybe up to a month. But yeah, maybe even sooner, like 3 days or something. But it's because they've changed their energy. They've shifted their energy. This represents this Wheel of Fortune at the end of your reading. A shift, the tables turning. Okay, them doing a 180. They've said one thing. Okay, they've changed their mind about that now. This is how they feel about you now. So, yeah. A super interesting reading for you guys in group number 2. I hope you found it helpful in some way. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It's a beautiful way of supporting free tarot here on YouTube. If you feel called to, please check out Mind Valley. This is not sponsored. I've just been doing some Mind Valley courses. They are so amazing. I cannot tell you. It's like just, raising your vibration, building yourself up, bathing in positivity, learning about yourself, spiritual expansion. They've got loads and loads of different topics on there. And they've got something called All Access, because they found that most people who do one course in Mind Valley end up doing 2 or 3. And so it makes it cheaper if you get the All Access, and then you've got access to all the courses for less than $2 a day. So much less than a cup of coffee. It is so well worth it. I've been enjoying it so much, and so many other people have been saying that they love Mind Valley as well. So it's definitely resonating in our community. Check that out if you feel called to. It's linked in the description box. You can find out loads more, and they give you a 2-week money back guarantee. So if you find that it doesn't resonate with you, then they give you your money back, no questions asked, which I think is really cool. But I've been loving it. I think there'll be people out there who love it as well. Check that out if it resonates. But otherwise, have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading to everyone who picked group number 3. This is for everyone who picked the beautiful jade palm stone. It's smooth and lovely. It's got beautiful patination in it. So yeah, it's pretty special. Let's take a look at your tarot cards today. See how your person felt the last time that they saw you. And then I will clarify with your oracle cards a little bit later on in the reading. Opening your reading with 5 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands, Knight of Cups, 4 of Pentacles, the Hermit, Ace of Wands, the World in reverse. All right, so I see Virgo's energy represented here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. So that may resonate with you in your situation. If it doesn't, please don't worry about it too much. It's just a general reading, so always in these generals, take what resonates and leave the rest. All right, I gotta say these are pretty heavy energies in comparison to the other 2 groups that we've been looking at. This seems to be the more kind of intense reading, or kind of a little bit heavier in some way. This is the last time they saw you with the, we've got 5 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords. The last time they saw you, they experienced a lot of loss. This is what was in their heart. Like, regardless of what happened, and I don't know what happened with you guys, whether it was something like really sad, maybe you had to part, maybe you parted on bad terms, maybe something ended. Here, I don't know, they just feel like a lot of loss, a lot of disappointment. I feel like they're really disappointed in themselves. I feel like this person looking at all this, and we'll talk about it, feels sorry for themselves in some way. I feel like they're stuck in an energy of lack, right? Of that lack state. You've got lack or you've got abundance. You can choose which bandwidth, you can choose, you can tune into. I feel like your person feels like life is hard, that life is tough, or that life has been unfair to them in some way. I feel like this is sort of tempering or colouring their perception of the world, and that spills over into kind of their romantic relationships and also into this connection, right? Maybe you've tried to make them see how great they are, or how much potential this connection has, or maybe you've tried to help them with their issues or the challenges that they face. Maybe you've really, really been there for them to support them, or, you would have been there for them if they'd let you in, right? But I just feel like this person is they've got a lot of negative beliefs about life, okay, about what life is all about. And this is really affecting their romantic life. They believe that good can't come to them, or that it's impossible, or life has to be difficult, or that they're unlovable, or something like this. And as long as they have that belief, I'm really feeling it in my heart space, it feels like grief and pain, like it's painful, right? I feel like I'm being stabbed in the heart, actually, like they were betrayed. Not by you at all, they were betrayed. You know, maybe this was a past relationship, maybe it was somebody that they were very close to in their family. Okay, maybe they come from a broken home or something like this, and, you know, one of their parents wasn't who they thought they were. This is a really specific message, but there's just this energy of betrayal that they are now carrying with them. You see why this is quite an intense message. It's not for everybody. Take the messages that come out for you. This may be something that you don't even know about with your person. Maybe they come across as happy-go-lucky or whatever, but, you know, we're kind of looking at their shadow self, or kind of what's really going on with them. But the last time they saw you, it's like they want you, but they can't allow themselves to have you. Okay, I feel like for some of you, this could be a difficult situation. Maybe one or both of you are already in another connection. There is no judgment here on Lumiere. I know that, you know, life is complicated, and that, you know, the human experience is not always straightforward. So there's no judgment about that. It could be, only for some of you, remember, that one or both of you are already in a connection. That is indicated here with the 3 of Pentacles, and that is what is causing that difficulty or sadness, all right? It could be the case that there was a third-party situation, in the fact that, you know, maybe they are disappointed in themselves because they acted outside of their integrity. Maybe they weren't true to you. You know, maybe they were flirting or playing away with somebody else. If this is the case, it's something you already know about, but it's something they feel like this person carries a lot of shame with them. Like, they think that the things that have gone wrong in their life, or that went wrong in their childhood, are their own fault, and they carry it as shame within them. Okay, and then they're in this kind of loop of recreating that, and they feel very ashamed of themselves. Maybe they should in this situation. This third-party influence could be anything else, though. You know, it could be family responsibilities, it could be financial responsibilities, right, that are kind of interfering in this, or caused an issue or a problem, or, you know, you're unable to get onto the same page about it. There's this feeling of it kind of not working as well. Like, maybe you don't understand why it's not working, or they don't understand why it's not working, but really the reason it's not working is they can't connect to the heart chakra. They're experiencing all this shame. They come from this energy of lack, of like them wanting somebody else to give them the love that they're unable to give themselves. It's just never going to work. Okay, so there's this disconnect here, which I'm seeing. So the last time they saw you, they felt a lot of loss, a lot of regret, shame, sadness, you know, regardless of how they were acting. They could have put a brave face on this. They could have, you know, shown up as Mr. or Mrs. Cool inside. They feel afraid inside. It's just like there's this scared little child inside them. Really, that's what's going on. We've got the 10 of Wands to the Knight of Cups to the 4 of Pentacles, right? So this is their blocks and challenges that we're looking at right now. So they're carrying the feelings that they have for you, and this is right at the center of your reading. Look at this, the love that they want to offer you, the love that they have in their heart. Knight of Cups is romantic, you know, it's genuine feelings and a genuine offer, but, you know, to them, to your person, it feels like a burden. They're carrying these feelings with them still, right? They're carrying these feelings with them still, but they are unable to express them to you. I don't know why this is. I think it's something to do with their, let me get comfy, their, you know, their childhood patterns, their childhood programming, something that happened to them in the past. There is like this big energetic or spiritual block. This isn't something that can be figured out in the mind or thought through or whatever. It's an energetic block. It needs energy healing, energy work. You know, so if things have felt confusing for you, this is why. Something in their past has created this energy blockage. You know, look at this little guy here on the Four of Pentacles. He's got that pentacle right in front of his heart, right? Protecting his heart space. But what I'm seeing is like a cork in like a bottle of wine or something. It's like a block in the heart. It's just like, I'm putting a stopper on this. I'm not going to let anybody in. I'm not going to let anything out. But this is why it's becoming a burden. Because like your person isn't letting the natural energies flow through them, you know, about this connection, but also just about life and about love in general. It's like they're not connected to the energy of love, which is all around them and which is available to them at any time. This is a block. What I'm hearing from Spirit is this is a major block or a major challenge. This isn't something that you can help them with. This is their own journey. I don't know why you two have come into each other's lives, why you've met. The lessons, I feel like this is someone who, you know, has maybe taught you some sort of valuable life lesson. Maybe you're going, yep, that is true, right? But I feel like they're on quite a difficult life path. Maybe they're on a life path number 9 where they're having to learn a lot of more challenging lessons in this lifetime, you know, in order to kind of wrap things up. But they have genuine feelings for you, but they're carrying it like a burden, like it's something. Maybe it's because these feelings cannot be expressed, right? For some of you, like we were saying, if you're already in a relationship, perhaps you're married, perhaps they're married, or they're already in a relationship, or they're in a difficult situation where they've got a lot of responsibilities and they've got children or, you know, financial burdens or something like this. So they have these feelings for you, but they're unable to express it for whatever reason. Okay, maybe it's due to their own blocks and the way, you know, where they're at in life right now, or maybe it's to do with, you know, these other relationships. If that is the case, if that is resonating with you. The way that they feel right now, they're doing a lot of soul searching with the Hermit, right? This is someone who's really, you know, being put in touch with themselves, with their true selves, okay? It's like they can't run anymore, they can't hide anymore. Maybe what I'm hearing is it's something to do with 2020 and their pandemic. It's like it's brought them closer to themselves and they've had to face up to this, or maybe they haven't faced up to it. But it has put them in touch with those deeper feelings, with their authentic self, with their issues, right? There's something about this, you know, maybe because they've had less distractions or more quiet time, or, you know, because of the energy of the whole planet or whatever. There's something about it which has sort of put them in this space where they're kind of soul searching. They've still got a lot of passion for you. They are still invested in this connection. They're still very attracted to you. They'd definitely be up for a hookup if that was something you'd be interested in. You know, something, what I'm hearing is no strings attached, something that was simple for them. So where, you know, they could get some of their needs met, where they could experience, you know, your beautiful energy, but without giving anything of themselves or giving anything back. At this moment, remember, we're just looking at a snapshot of the time that they're at right now, because I just feel like anything else would be too complicated for them. We have this world in reverse. This is someone who is stalling, definitely. I feel like this is somebody who isn't moving forward, maybe, you know, with this connection, but also just in life in general. I feel like your person feels very stagnant, or they're being very stagnant, but they feel very stuck in their life, right? They feel very stuck in their life. Maybe they feel unfulfilled or unsatisfied. Maybe they've got a job that's unfulfilling. Maybe they don't know which direction they want to go in life. Maybe they don't know how to solve their own problems. I feel like this is someone who's really stepped outside their power, not taking personal responsibility, not looking for solutions, okay, not working on themselves, and that this has had a knock-on effect on your connection with this person, all right, or like on how they connect with people in a romantic way. So definitely this energy of kind of, you know, being stuck in life. This is someone who is kind of, you know, experiencing a lot of stagnation. Let's take a look at your oracle cards. This is interesting. We've got the card Shadow Work. This is like really the image that I had in my mind when we came up with the Hermit, of them, you know, going on this inner journey, but they're kind of connecting to their shadow selves. And this is what I'm seeing throughout this whole reading. This whole thing, your person is connecting to their shadow self. This is what I'm hearing from Spirit. Is it's very uncomfortable for them. I mean, it's never a brilliant experience, is it, when we come face to face with the darker aspects of ourselves. But yes, that's what's going on with your person. So if they are withdrawn, if they've pulled away from this, if they're not giving you what you want, not meeting your needs, if it didn't work out, this is why they've been triggered into kind of this shadow energy and this energy of lack. We have this card Drifting, slowly parting, disconnecting, detaching. You know, this is how they felt the last time they saw you. I feel like they're detached from their own authentic self, from their own feelings. I feel like they're just drifting along in life, you know, that they've got no clear direction about what it is that they want to do. They've got a lot of potential. I think you can see this, you know, that they are an amazing person. They are talented. They have got a lot to give. A lot of people who are amazingly talented or geniuses or very unique, you know, cannot see their own genius, their own wonder, their own amazingness. They just can't see it. So it may be, it's not the case like they're just a kind of useless person or anything. I just feel like they can't, they've gone far away from their own true self, and they can't see the goodness in life, the goodness in love, the goodness in humanity, right? What I'm hearing from Spirit is they're in a dark place. So they're just sort of drifting along. They take it day by day. They take things as they are. They're very much like, oh, it is what it is. People say that all the time now, don't they? It is what it is. It's so dismissive. It's very minimizing of just like, oh, it doesn't matter what emotions I've got. It is what it is, right? It's minimizing. I see that here. We have the card Intimacy, Closeness, Sexuality, Seclusion, like this. So, you know, they want to be intimate with you the last time they saw you. You know, we see that here with the Ace of Wands, of them kind of wanting to connect with you in that way, in a way that isn't very complicated, of them really kind of appreciating the intimacy that you had, or it's something that they thought about or fantasized about or connected to you in that way. I feel like there is maybe a block to genuine intimacy in terms of not just physically, but, you know, connecting to somebody at that authentic level. You know, intimacy is really about sharing that more vulnerable side of yourself and being able to be yourself with that person. And I feel, you know, with this Four of Pentacles, there is that block to really connecting to somebody like that. We have this beautiful card, New Love. Honestly, I feel like this is like a little message for you from Spirit about kind of letting new love, a new person stirred your romantic feelings. So I'm getting a couple of messages here from this card. You know, if this person is really the one, you know, if you really, really want them above all others, I feel like there is that potential to kind of renew this connection. But honestly, I feel like this person isn't in a very good place in their life. So it may be that now isn't necessarily the right time. You know, maybe when a bit more water has passed under the bridge is what I'm hearing, or when a little bit of time has passed, then they may be in a better space, like stronger standing is what I'm hearing, like more solid in themselves. So they're a little bit all over the place at the moment. So there is that potential there in the future, right, is what I'm saying. But also a little message from Spirit of just like, if you're like processing this, like just check in with yourself, see where it is that you're at, right? If you're processing this, then there is the energy of new love coming in for you. if this is something that you are in the process of letting go of, if you're just like, I understand that I can't help them, that they're on their own journey, that I'm not willing to wait for them, you know, definitely don't put your life on hold either way. Or this new love just could be a little flirtation for you, just to kind of make you feel a little bit better about yourself if this has, you know, affected you negatively in some way, you know, about your own self-esteem or your vision of love, you know, something to lift you up. And I feel like you really need that, okay? That gentleness. That's everything that I have for you in this reading. I hope you found it beneficial today. It has been my honour to read your cards, as always. If you feel called to, please check out Misha. She reads the Akashic Records. She is extremely gifted and genuine person. She is amazing. I've had absolutely loads and loads of feedback from the community of sort of people who have connected with her. They have absolutely loved that experience and found it very illuminating, very beneficial. She can look at the Akashic Records, which are the records of your own soul, and explore any kind of emotional patterns that you have, or specific connections or relationships or people that you have in your life, you know, why they've come into your life, what's going on there. It gives you so much clarity. It's such an empowering experience. If that resonates with you, do check out Misha. If you resonate with me, resonate with this channel, you will definitely resonate with Misha. It's all linked down below under the topic of healing services, and you can get $11 off her readings, her Akashic Record readings. But she does get very, very booked up. So if you want to see her, make sure you get booked in with her so you don't miss out. All right. But have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love and light in your situation. I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care. Bye-bye.